Hello, welcome to the House of the Spirit. Welcome home. This reading today is about your material stability, your finances, your wealth, your abundance. So, anything in your life that is related to money, property, and your overall material stability. So, pile number one, we have Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, trying to escape, and Aries. Your card is Obelisk. Sorry for the focus. I will get to it in a moment. Okay. Obelisk. Okay. Pile number two, we have Virgo, Leo, Libra, and Pisces. Your card is Papyrus. Pile number three, we have Taurus, Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Cancer. Your card is Bastet. Okay. I will give you a moment for you to choose your pile using the deck, the card, your zodiac signs, or just your intuition. I will see you in your reading. Pile number one, your card is Obelisk. And Obelisk regarding financial matters and material abundance has to do with a little bit of overreaching. So like having a little bit more expenses than you were previously planning to have. So there might be some adjustment needed here. And Obelisk is also my like Wi-Fi card for those of you who have seen this card before on this channel. Because the obelisk seems like it is transmitting, it can also be receiving. So it's like an antenna. And also at the base, there's this fiery energy. So maybe it's about your work, how you make money. So let's get some more information and see what the oracle, the moon oracle, has to say about your financial situation, your material abundance. So yeah, first I'm going to get all the cards out. Whoa, okay, this one fell. So let's start with these. We have doorway or door, 16th moon mansion. Door is opportunity. Okay, so let's see the rest. Ishtar, interesting. Maybe I'll put it like that. And Lilith, wow, powerful cards. So then we have, this is the last quarter, decreasing in water, the fall stage, and the keyword is manipulation. Okay. And this one was the one that fell. So it's the waxing gibbous moon, and it's increasing in water, the flower bud stage, and the keyword is passion. So this is all water cards. So I guess that there's an aspect here of adapting, of Ishtar specifically is about adapting to circumstances easily. And the door is an opportunity. And Lilith is about doing something passionately, even if you're kind of vilified for it. If people are going to resist or to not be very accepting of your nature or of your decision. So it feels to me like you have to move like water, like, like that Bruce Lee quote, be like water, my friend. So flow and adapt. And when you get the opportunity, you have to change, like pivot really quickly. So, and that might be displeasing for others. That might be something that creates discomfort, but not for yourself, because you're owning that passion. There's a lot of passionate energy. So I feel like you're going to have an opportunity to do something that you really like. Maybe that will take a little bit more resources, take up a little bit more resources than you were thinking. But I think that in the end, it's what's good for you, and it's where you can direct your passion and your energy. So, okay, wow. So the cards are like flying. And directing energy. The obelisk is also directing energy upwards, right? So I'm getting a story here, but let's start with the cards that fell first. So we have the Sun in Sagittarius with enthusiasm, maybe here. Then we have Jupiter in Virgo with patience, and Moon in Pisces with empathy. Right. And then we have Venus in Pisces with submission. And finally, Jupiter in Leo with publicity. Okay. I think that there's someone specific here that will be like disappointed at a decision that you make. But it seems to me like you're directing your resources really well, although you might have a little bit of an increase in your expenses. It seems like you're directing your energy really well, and that there's an expansive energy, and there's something is growing, and I feel like people are listening to you. They're accepting your ideas, but there's this one specific person that I feel like is not going to be very pleased with how you decide, with a decision that you're making. So here you have strength. So it feels to me like this person is going to resist a change. And there's some aspect of kind of taming their fear, maybe, or helping them tame their fears, helping someone tame their fears. And maybe this is like someone with whom you are partnering with, or who is going to be relevant for your future endeavors related to your material wealth and how you can expand your abundance. It feels like this person doesn't really like how you operate, or a specific aspect of how you operate, and it feels like you have to tame their fears. to tame some aspect of them that is impulsive or scared. It's like they have this impulse to shrink things, or they're not very brave when it comes to investing. So, this can also be an aspect of yourself, like I have to tame my fears because I can't be afraid to invest, because maybe this opportunity that comes is a bit of a challenge in that aspect. So it might require a little bit of bravery, and maybe you also have to wait for the results of that investment. So you have to be patient, and you have to, I wouldn't say endure, but you do have to be kind of on the receptive end of something, like waiting to hear, like the clue, the sign, like this is my cue. Being more vigilant, but you have to invest. So that's what I'm getting also for this pile, is that you will have to make a choice of investment really soon. And it might be wise to be well informed, but not like studying something specific, more like getting a general sense of the environment, of the economy, of the market that you're trying to work with, maybe. Okay. So we have these two cards that came together, Death and the Ace of Swords. Wow. This to me is like there's this opportunity. There's this really good opportunity that you might want to take. Eight of Cups. Okay, let's see what the outcome is. Five of Swords. And these two, they're together. The Hierophant and Temperance. Okay. So yeah, this deck is a little bit different from the tarot, the regular tarot deck, or the most well known. I think that you're encountering someone. There's someone in your life that should, this is about your financial life, but I don't know, it feels like this person is more than just a financial partner. So I don't know, maybe they're like family, or they're a partner, like a life partner, a friend. I don't know, there's something here. And it feels like this person is not able or not ready. They don't want to invest. So they're like misers, or you're experiencing their avarice. But it's like it comes from a certain close-mindedness, and that might be the thing that annoys you. It's like that the other people can't see the value of something, but you are going to be the one who acts like the hard worker, and also the one who gets the knowledge, the consultancy, gets the, you know, the right data to act. So it feels like you'll have to make this extra effort to create this and maybe even kind of work for the other person if that's something that you feel like is fair, because it's not like I don't see any unfairness here, because maybe you're just the one who sees, you're the one who has the vision, you're the one who can communicate, who can transmit, and who can receive. So maybe it's about your personal power and it's just your specific point of view. And this other person might be a little bit more reclusive or limited somehow. It doesn't really feel like they're being limited by others or by their situation. It seems like they're just maybe afraid or closed-minded, or they're not prepared for this change, or there's something here. But time is going by, and I feel like time is also on your side, although the opportunity will come, and I feel like it will come at a time when you are ready, so it's fine. Because I feel like you're actually really grounded, like you can adapt really easily also. You're actually really grounded, and you know you can do whatever you're setting yourself up to. I think that you have the right vision. It seems like you're seeing like the bright future that's ahead. But I feel like other people might think that you're deluded. They can't see it. Or this specific person actually. So there's a person here that can't see. They just think it's delusional, it's a pipe dream, there's something here. And it's fear. This is just fear, okay? 3 of Wands. These two together. 2 of Cups. And the Magician. But it feels to me like you're going to... This relationship dynamic is going to transform also. So I feel like your magic, your personal power is going to be very transformative to this person also. So it's like you're going to prove them that things can happen because you're the magician. You're making things happen. Eight of Pentacles. These 3 together, okay. 7 of Cups. Queen of Swords. And 9 of Wands. So it looks like it's going to be their loss. It looks like they're not going to... It's like the relationship itself, it's fine. It's still going on, but I don't feel like they're going to help you. It feels like they're missing out on an opportunity, and that you're just continuing to work on what gives you pleasure, on the things that you love doing, the things that you have invested already. Skills, property, whatever is your method of expanding expanding and growing your financial stability, your material abundance. So this reading is about you trying to collaborate with someone, bring them on board of some situation that you're invested in, that you want to navigate through. And it feels like this person is suffering. Maybe this person is suffering on other fields of life, other things are happening, and it's really hard for them to focus and to make wise decisions and to not be afraid. So it feels like you're the one who with the information, and if you don't think that you have that information right now. You're going to, and it's accessible to you. It's something that you're open to, and you're going. You're shooting for the stars. You're ambitious. You're growing. You are passionate. You want to bring other people with you, but some people will come and others are not going to come. And I don't know why this specific person might be very important for you. So maybe we'll explore that a little bit, because why is a specific person coming up in a reading about finances and material abundance? So it feels like they have a role to play, a specific role to play. Maybe you're really betting on them somehow. So who is this person? Who is this person? And why does it matter? A Tower? Huh. And the Six of Swords. It feels like they're going through a change that is familiar to you, or you're going through a change and they're helping you out, or they are familiar to the change that you're going through. There's something that bonded you together. That's a great change, a great transition. Maybe it's like moving from, moving to a different place. Maybe they know something about that. They know something about how to operate, how to do that. Somehow you met on this path, okay? So you met on the trip, maybe, or you trust each other with the process of that change. I don't know exactly how this can work, but it seems like you bonded in this moment of change, in this great transformation, great life transformation. And they're okay with that process, but they're not okay with other aspects that are very intuitive for you. This is water. There's something in your material abundance that's actually really intuitive for you. So it's like you're intuitively ambitious. You're very driven to growth and expansion. You want big things. You dream big. And some people that are more fearful might interpret this as being delusional, being deluded with whatever the ideas that come up and the opportunities. So there's that here. But I feel like you just have to keep doing you and keep doing the things that you're good at doing, and focusing a lot on your skills and the things you can do with your hands. There's something, I feel like this reading is for people who do things with their hands, whatever it may be. So at least mostly for people who do things with their hands, who create things, material things that might also be a part of this new opportunity, this process that will expand and grow your finances. So it feels like your ambitions are great, that you should follow them and work with your hands towards them. Focus on that, because you are going to achieve the knowledge and the wisdom and the information. You're going to get that information. You're going to get to the point where you want to be. And any challenges that come, I feel like you're very agile. You're very adaptive. So that's a very good news, because whatever is happening outside, it doesn't seem to affect you. It seems like you're really navigating smoothly through all the transformations that are occurring. But some people, they're not. And I feel like you might want to stop and help. You might need, the relationship, like you want to connect with people, but that aspect, I feel like maybe there's this disconnect because you're on a different wavelength. Okay, so you're working on a completely different energy, and it seems like there's this limit to the other person's perspective, and maybe you're sad that that's the case, but maybe you feel like it's some sort of defeat if you can't bring them with you, but it's just a part of life, and there's some things that we can't do for other people. So yeah, there's that. Wow, thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 2, your card is the papyrus, and the papyrus is exactly paperwork. So there's something about paperwork regarding your finances and your material abundance, which is of course very common. So let's see how this fits into your situation. So what is happening for pile number 2 regarding their material abundance, their finances, their material stability? Okay, let's start with these. We have the fall, 12th moon mansion. We have the wedding, 22nd moon mansion. And this is the waning gibbous. Yes, waning gibbous moon, decreasing in air, fruit stage, and the keyword is reputation. Okay, very well. So it's already really clear that you're going to have to do something regarding a document, regarding bureaucracy. So, but it seems like it's going to give you a lot of, it's like you're going to relax afterward. You're going to realize that you have concluded a business, that you have ended a chapter. There was something that was missing in a document maybe, but I want to get you some mystical kipper to confirm. Okay, these two. Sad news. And work, occupation. So it's something that you have to do. So maybe you'll be receiving communication, a letter that is going to warn you of something, or you have to, or someone is warning you of something that you need to do regarding a document. Maybe that's more accurate. But it's really great because afterwards, after you take care of that, you really, okay, now I can relax and something is done. Like there's this sense of, this is a done deal. This is something that is signed, that is, it's going to be like that, stable. It's going to stabilize the situation. So it can be a contract, it can be a legal document that protects you and protects your financial situation, your abundance. So it might be a bit of a scare, like you're getting a warning, then you act upon it and you change the situation completely and it's stable. But let's see, why is this story coming up and why is it important? Sun in Pisces with vision. Jupiter in Taurus with status. Reputation, status. Mars in Scorpio with revenge. Venus in Taurus with romance. Mercury in Pisces with inspiration. And Sun in Libra with harmony. So, maybe this will not be for some of you, but this seems to be like a relationship that is going to materialize, or that is going to be taken to the next level. So if this is a business partnership, this is something that is going to give you more authority. It's going to give you more responsibility. So it's like the reputation and the status, they come with work. They come with things that you need to take. It's like a responsibility, okay? It can be a little bit burdensome, but it's I feel like it's rewarding. It's something that's very rewarding. It's harmony. So at first it might feel a little bit scary, like you need to really read the fine print, or that you need to be cautious or something like that. And for others of you, it might mean marriage. Okay? It might mean that you are connecting the material aspect to the relationship, and it's going to be a document. Okay? So it's something that's going to be written. It's going to be a part of your life and your stability from now on. So it's something that changes your life forever. There's romance and inspiration. So for some of you, definitely this is going to be passionate and loving. But there's this aspect with sad news, this aspect of like bureaucracy, and it's not like that passionate energy. It's different. It's a different energy, but it needs to be, although it might seem like, oh, it's the responsibility and it's a burden, and yeah, we have to do all these things. There's this protocol, or there's something that needs to be solved. Maybe there are different family estates, or I don't know, different visions for the family, or different visions for the connection. There's a negotiation, I feel like, that occurs. There's a harmony that has to be achieved, and that takes a little bit of work, but that can be a little bit boring because it's more like the formality. It's not the core, it's not the action, and it's not the day-to-day like contact, okay, with that person. It's more like this other, like, virtual symbolic world of documents and bureaucracies. Okay, but it feels like a very positive change in your life because it brings a lot of harmony. It's something that harmonizes the energies. It's something that brings stability and connection. But there might be something that you really need to address, like a problem, an issue with revenge, sad news, the fall. So somebody might warn you of something, like, look at this might not be the best deal, like, change this. And you might need to invert a situation. You might need to turn it around. Whoa, okay. So Knight of Discs. So for some of you, this is work related, and this has to do with your career. It has to do with a contract that you're signing that can change your life forever, and that you have to consider carefully. 7 of Wands, yeah. So it does seem like you might have to stand up for your rights, to defend your rights, to defend your position here, to maybe ask for a raise or ask for more pay, more conditions, something like that. Five of Wands, competition. So there might be competition. Ten of Cups. And the Queen of Swords. I'll get the other cards and see. How does this fit? Princess of Discs or Pentacles. Wow, all of these, okay. So they're together, and they're the Ace of Cups, Five of Cups, and the Star. There's one more here? No. Okay. Nine of Cups. The Hierophant. And the Eight of Pentacles. So it seems like you're, at the end of the day, you'll have to make a very rational decision here, even with all of the feelings that might be involved. There might be a rational decision to be made. And whatever you decide, it seems to be like it's going to improve your position. It's going to improve, it's going to increase your status and how other people see you, like more valuable. Either you're demanding more conditions or more pay or something like that, or to be treated with in a certain way that is more appropriate, that's more in tune with your skills and what you want to do, your objectives, your dreams, also like your ambition and the vision that you have for yourself in this situation also. But it does feel like you have to adjust your vision to some realities that you're not yet aware of, and that you're going to be made aware of as you are kind of clashing with the situation, negotiating, expressing your demands, let's say, or your conditions, expressing yourself. There is a negotiation here, and there's some caution, but I feel like you're going to also have help from other people that are, maybe you're consulting someone, you're having, I don't know, maybe like a teacher or a coach or some sort of counsel. If not, it feels like also maybe this reading is kind of warning you about the possibility of asking for more if you think that that's fair. Because I feel like you have a vision that maybe it's not going to be exactly, it's like the proposal, or the, not the proposal, maybe for some of you, but the conditions that the other side is offering are not going to match your expectations immediately, but it's okay. And it's just a matter of you communicating, adjusting your vision, so understanding more about the other side, about the rules, about the fine print, about laws, about what your rights are. And so maybe it's useful for some of you to also have legal counsel, to have a lawyer or someone who is an expert in the law um, applied to your situation. So the specific area, the specific expertise that is needed, it might be very useful. And it seems like it's going to end really well. Like you're going to sign this, you're going to do this. If you have opportunities on the horizon, it feels like you're going to close the deal, okay? And that's really positive, but there's a process until you get there that sometimes might be a little bit disappointing, might be a little bit like hitting a brick wall or something, but it's actually not. It's like it's just the boundaries of something. Like for instance, there's this law, there's this legislation, there's this piece of regulation that doesn't allow you to do things in a certain way, but you're not aware that there's another way to do this, and that requires you to consider different options. So it feels like you're going to have someone help you, someone that helps you find a creative solution to this problem, so that you keep doing what you do well, and that you're seen as a person who is has a good reputation, has high status, and has a lot of authority on what you do. But there are some decisions that need to be made, and you need to make them from a place of rationality. Although there is a side of, there is a loving side here. You have inspiration, romance. So it feels like either you love what you do, you really want to do this, and maybe imagine that, for example, so you really love photography, for instance, and you really wanted to work for this magazine or this company, and you make this effort, they want to hire you, but they give you the conditions aren't very good, or they're kind of a downgrade from what you were expecting or what you were doing before. And you're like, okay, so what do I do? It feels like you can negotiate. It feels like you can, okay, um, maybe I can do this part-time, because then I can still work with you and learn, and I can have this on my resume. I can grow with you, like learn and also give my contribution to your project. But I will also be able to find other sources of revenue and keep balance, keep the harmony in my life. There's this harmony that needs to happen. Maybe it's work-life balance, like you need more time to do other things that you really enjoy. So there's this passionate, romantic, and dreamy aspect to this also. It's like you want to achieve something that's a vision that you have. But this opportunity that comes is going to be, it seems like it's a completion of a cycle also, like it's an achievement for you, so you really want to make this work. And if this is your case, don't lose hope, because although you might have a little bit of like some challenges and setbacks, and maybe the rules or the documents that you're shown, they're not pleasing, at least immediately, I feel like there's room for negotiation and for growth. And also your reputation is really good. So it feels like you have good, it's like you're on a good standing with people you're working with. So even if you're competing or if you are trying to prove yourself or trying to prove your worth, it feels like it immediately works. It's not something that's draining you and that's useless. It seems like it's a good challenge. Let's say it's something that shows your magic. It exposes your magic and your how do I say this? There's this graceful thing, like almost like aristocratic thing about you that people sense, and it shows. It's like your the way you do things, like it's honorable, it's honest, it's something that people will appreciate. And but although they feel your passion, you need to make rational decisions and you need to read the fine print and be realistic about your expectations and also the expectations of others, so that your reputation is intact and you're always on a good standing with the people you're working with. Beautiful. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 3, your card is Bastet. And Bastet, in relation to money and material wealth, your stability, it's about the expenses you have with pleasurable things. So it's a really positive card regarding money or abundance, material abundance. It's really about pleasure, doing things that you enjoy with your money, using your money to do things that you enjoy. So, yeah, sounds good. Okay, let's see what else we have for pile number 3. Regarding finances, material abundance, and stability. Okay. And there's another thing that I forgot about Bastet. So it's also about rewards. So being rewarded. Maybe you're winning a prize. Wow, that would be great. So we have Gaia and the Fall, 12th Moon Mansion. And this card also came out in pile number 2. Interesting. Okay, so this is the waning gibbous moon, decreasing in water, fruit stage, and the keyword is compromise. And then we have the waxing crescent moon, increasing in air. This is a sprout stage, and the keyword is ideas. Ideas. So already it seems to me like you're going to be rewarded by starting something from the beginning or going back to the drawing board and rethinking something, rethinking a project, rethinking an approach that you have on something. It seems like you have to go to the origin of a thought or a process or a project that you have in mind to understand what to change about it, because I feel like you have to search, you have to investigate and find a weak spot in your ideas. And if you do that, it feels like you're going to be rewarded for it and protected, because Bastet is also a goddess that would protect the home and the babies, newborn babies, mothers. So Gaia is also the mother, great mother, Mother Earth. It's like you can still change this. You'll have to change something. It's still in the beginning stages, so there's time for you to change this. Mercury in Capricorn with organization. Mercury in Cancer, with intuition. Moon in Sagittarius with optimism. Saturn in Scorpio with inheritance. Jupiter in Gemini with bluff. And Jupiter in Cancer with speculation. You know, it feels like this is also, it might be about a property. It might be about something that you inherited, like a property or heirloom. I don't know, something valuable that you have inherited. And it feels like you're not seeing the big picture here with bluff. It seems like it's like the action isn't matching the reality. So it's like the magician that moves the hand that's not doing anything. And with the other, that seems very like the uninteresting, that it's like a fake hand, right? That's not where you're looking. It's not the focus of the action. That's where the action is happening. That's what I'm seeing here. So the action is happening where you don't see any action. You think it's falling, or you think it's something that isn't worth investing or organizing, or it's not worth the work, the study. But it feels like actually it's exactly what you need. Okay, so it seems like okay. So it's like it's fine. It seems like everything is going to be fine for you financially, in the material realm of your life. It seems like there's no risk, there's no great transformation, but it seems like there's this energy just kind of trying to make you look the other way. Oh, look this way. Like these people here, they're trying to warn this character that it's going to a place it's going to fall. It's a place that's not as profitable, or that's not as good as they pictured. And it's like there's this warning energy with the red like warning sign, that you should go back to another action, another thing, another, how do I say this, situation in your life that needs your attention, or that could really, really benefit you, because it could expand so much more than you give it credit for, or than you think. It's like, look this way, look this way. Don't be deceived by the movement, because you think that the movement is only there, but it's actually elsewhere. The Knight of Wands. Okay, sorry, just give me a moment. So you have the Sun, the Hanged Man, these two, no, three came out together. So we have the Wheel, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Cups. So this sequence with the Wheel, it seems like it's a sequence of events that's going to remind you of something. You're going to be reminded of something from the past. So maybe that's why you have inheritance here. So something from your past, something from your childhood, maybe. Something that needs your attention and that could benefit you tremendously. That could increase your abundance. Really. Page of Wands. Sorry for that. So you have the Queen of Cups, and the High Priestess. Oh. So I think that someone is helping you with this also, and maybe you're not aware of that this person is working for you, or that you're not aware of their specific actions. You're maybe thinking that they're doing something else, like it's what's happening in your mind. It feels like in your mind what's happening is not what is actually happening. And what is actually happening is really important for your financial abundance and for your material abundance. So clearly there's something happening away from the action. So you have Seven of Cups. The Moon. Four of Wands. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. This is actually really funny because it seems to me like you don't have to do much. Like you can gather the things that you are that you consider valuable. So when you look at your material wealth and abundance, you have maybe you have like a mix, your specific mix, like I have this thing going on, I have this thing that I wanted to do, like this investment, okay, and now I have this maybe you have a property, or maybe you have something from your family. There's something about family inheritance here also. Maybe it's like something that you really treasure, something that you want to expand, but that you want to preserve and expand. And it seems like you're already like you have this day-to-day life of gathering pieces. That's what I'm sensing here. It's like gathering little things like that you feel are valuable. And this is the card. So it's like gathering, putting all the valuable things, like your treasures, like like birds also do that. Like they gather like colorful or shiny things, like crows or ravens. I think it's crows. I'm not sure ravens do that, but crows, they do that, and they gather all the blue stuff or the shiny stuff, and they it's like treasures for them. So there's something about that, like gathering small things but very valuable things, or things that you love and they also hold some value for you. I feel like I'm also talking to people who enjoy vintage things, and yeah, there's something here about like childhood memories and things from the past, maybe even from before you were born, so not necessarily your childhood. And there's also something intuitive and pleasurable about the process, and the energy is basted, right? So it's really enjoying. There's an enjoyment, but there's also a lot of unseen in this reading. There's a lot of invisible things, and I'm still trying to understand how you can access them, but it does seem like they will reveal themselves with time. You have the Wheel and the Eight of Wands. So it's like it's going to be revealed to you. There's no way that this is going to be hidden forever. But it feels like the best approach, the best strategy is just to continue doing the things that you have in front of you and the things you enjoy also. Don't forget to do things that you enjoy, because while you are doing that, other energies are working in the background, other people, and it feels like you have people like protecting you. They know what you're about, they feel you, they are empathetic with you, they love your passion, they understand something about you. And it really feels like they're like angels, they're like protecting you, they're um fighting for your cause, standing up for your cause. But I don't think it's like their light is shining, but it's shining away from your eyes, and it's like a beacon. It's really strong. The light that comes from the people who are protecting you is really, really strong. It might even be from your ancestors. You have the Six of Cups here. There's something about nostalgia. There's something about the past, maybe even past centuries, past lives. There's something there that's even karmic, because Eight of Wands and the Wheel, Six of Cups, there's something about the energy is mature enough and the wheel turns. It it's like the Eight of Wands is the spoke. It's like the spokes of the wheel, and it has this something pulls it forward and the wheel turns. And you see something from the past, something from the past is revealed to you. Maybe that's also the energy of going back to the drawing board. Like maybe you see something from the past come into fruition, or some kind of energy like really maturing and really being seen. Page of Wands and Knight of Wands. I don't know. This part here is really intriguing to me. It seems like, so when I see this like little tower here of cards, it seems like a firewall. You have fire, fire, but with the Seven of Cups, I can imagine the Seven of Cups being like a metaphorical firewall. And a firewall can contain, can protect you. Oh, okay. Now I see it. So you can't know, you can't have this knowledge yet because you need to be protected from something about it. There's something about having this knowledge that is might be dangerous. It might be, I don't, it's like your how do I say this? I don't want to use like dharma and karma. Those terms are so powerful, and sometimes I really refrain from using like spiritual jargon because there are so many readings and interpretations, and I feel like many times for the ones listening, it's more confusing than enlightening. So I refrain from using those terms like karma, dharma, and also twin flame, soulmate. Well, soulmate not so much, but twin flame, indigo, starseed. Like, I don't like those terms because I feel like they confuse people. They're not very well explained and understood, and there's too much noise. Like, the signal isn't pure enough for me to feel comfortable, using that frequency, let's say. So I prefer to use like cybernetic and computer terms because I feel like they're very, there's something, sometimes they're funny, they're actually funny. So a firewall. So an incredible visual metaphor. Imagine a wall of fire, and it's actually something that you never see. It's just in your computer. It's ones and zeros. So it's so abstract. It's kind of funny. So yeah, sorry for that rant. So imagine this wall of fire that is created by your guardian angels. It's like the fire that burns what's not useful for you. And you can't see everything yet. That is going to be essential for your material growth and abundance. But it is going to be shown to you when the wheel turns, and it's going to be, I think it feels like it's going to be very soon, actually. So just keep your energy the more relaxed as you can. Don't stress about money. Don't think too much. Like, don't be too scattered, okay? Because your attention is important also. Just, go gather the things that you like. Keep gathering things that you like. I feel like I'm also maybe, am I talking to like people who collectors, art collections, coins, I don't know, stamps, something vintage, something old. Keep collecting, because I don't know, the wheels are turning. It's like, okay, so that would be a nice analogy. So it's like there's this trend that's coming in the future that's going to benefit you because you have this very special collection of, I don't know what, like bottles, cans, I don't know. There's something that's going to be a trend, and that you have that. So it's going to increase in value. So this is like a metaphor, okay? That's what I'm seeing. So for now, you just keep doing what you do and what you enjoy, and spend money on things that you enjoy, because I feel like you're going to be rewarded for that in the future. If, of course, it's within reason, okay? You don't do like dangerous investments. I don't feel like you should take any risks. But it's like the action is coming, but it's unseen. There's this firewall protecting you from something that you're not supposed to see, and I don't know what it is. It's not necessarily bad, because usually firewalls are there to protect us from harm, right? From viruses and from malware and stuff like that. So there's something like a treasure that comes from the past. And so keep gathering things that you enjoy, that gives you pleasure, that give you pleasure, because it feels like they're those little things that seem like nothing today. If they give you a lot of pleasure, it feels like in the future they'll be much more than just something that gives you pleasure. They'll turn into a really smart investment, something that is going to increase in value incredibly, and something that will help you create new life, maybe. Create a new life. Okay. So it feels like something that gives you a lot of pleasure. Maybe it's a collection, something that you do with vintage stuff, maybe, that will turn into a very serious investment, and something that will also maybe start a new life or enable you to start a new life. Wow, that's so original and different and interesting. I wasn't expecting this at all. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.